if you're new to me, I'm Sarah. I live in the UK and I go under the handle Haul Yogi. I do that because I have, in fact, practiced yoga for over 20 years, and I've been teaching for 9 years. And also, I had long COVID for 2 years. I was in the first wave. I got ill on Friday the 13th, March 2020, unlucky for many. And yeah, I was really ill and in the thick of it for 2 years. But very fortunately, I did manage to recover. And so, the long haul community was so there for me the whole time I was ill. And so I really wanted to try and give something back. And so that's why I started these classes. And it's kind of blossomed from there. So for today's class, I thought we could do something a little Halloween inspired. So it's going to be a bit of fun, but also kind of looking at a bit of the spiritual side of things. I've got my pumpkin patch over here. I'm wearing black. That's as far as it goes, really. I was thinking about Halloween as like the original concept, like the Celtic festival of Samhain, which is the origin of Halloween. And basically, the Celts believed that it was the end of the season, the start of the dark sea period, and they believed that the spirits walked with the living at this time, and it was a time of great like remembrance of those past, and also celebration of those past and things like that. So it was kind of like a bit deeper than I think happens these days. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, and we're going to finish with Atman meditation later, which is looking at your higher self, your soul. So that's something to look forward to. Oh, someone else just arrived. Let them in. Okay, so it's coming to a seated position. You can be cross-legged, an easy pose, or you can do half lotus if that's available to you. We're just going to close our eyes, put our hands down on our knees, and we'll just arrive in this space today. Take a couple of deep breaths. And just feel yourself grounding into the earth through your sit bones, through your knees, through your thighs. Feel the earth coming up to meet you. Just have a sense of where you're at today. Have a quick scan of what's going on, but try not to judge, try not to analyze, just kind of see what is today. Okay, and then gently open your eyes when you're ready. So we're going to start off with the more fun pranayama breathing exercise from yoga, which is the Bumblebee Breath. So it's a bit like a swarm of bees, like in Candyman. So it is. You might think this is like a bit weird, but it is in the sutras. I can trust you. Can trust me on that. So basically, what we're doing is what it involves is covering your eyes with your fingers like this, and plugging your ears with your thumbs, basically. So you've got no sight and no sound. But don't do it just yet. You need to listen to my explanation. And so basically, you haven't got any sight and any sound, and we're going to do like a buzz with it. So have deep breath through your nose, and then with your mouth closed, kind of like a humming sound, which is really, really good for the nervous system, by the way. Obviously, it activates the vagus nerve, so it's good for long COVID. So we're going to just do a few rounds of that. Obviously, when you've got your ears plugged, you can't really hear me. So just try your best, and we'll just do a few rounds of the sound like a bee. Okay? So when you're ready, just go right ahead. Okay, let everyone finish being a bee. So this is a very calming pranayama for the mind. So hopefully you're feeling a little more chill right now after doing that. So we're going to start off with our usual range of motion exercises to warm up the joints. So we'll start with the neck and head. So we're just going to move the head to the left-hand side and then gently bring it around so that your chin is to the chest. And then slowly around over to the right and shoulders down. And we'll just go back and forth a few times at your own pace, having a nice, lovely stretch of the neck. Okay, and then we're going to take our right hand and over to our left side of head, and we're just going to just push a little bit, not too far, just until you feel a little pressure on the side of your neck. And we'll do the other side. Okay, and then we'll do our shoulders. So we'll bring our hands so we're on our elbows, and we're just going to do like a bit of a motion like this, around, and then the other side, and then release, and we're just going to do some shoulder rolls up and around. And the other direction. All right. Okay, wrists. So just make it a little fist, and we're just going to revolve your wrists around, just in your natural range of motion. If you're very bendy, you might want to just take care with your bendy bits, not to push it too far. And then we'll change the other direction. Okay. And extend your legs out. Around. And we're going to do some hip warm-ups just by moving our hips out to the side. So our feet are going up to the side and then back in again. Up to the side, back in. And we're going to lift one foot and so one leg and do some ankle rotations. And the other side. By the way, please go at your own pace today. If you are low in spoons, change side, do the other foot. If you're low in spoons today, just do, what feels good. You can hang out in the restorative poses. There's no obligation, it's all suggestions. Change the slide. Okay. We're going to start off with our legs straight in front, feet up, and a nice straight back. If you'd like to, if this is a bit hard, you can have your back against a wall if you'd like. We're going to sit up in staff pose, or witch's broom pose for today. So put your hands by your side and a nice straight spine. So you feel like your head is getting pulled up like a little string at the top of your head, just pulling up so your spine and your neck are all in a nice straight line. You're going to suck your tummy in and keep breathing. And turn slightly to one side, so the left hand on the right knee and the right hand to your side. It's not a full twist, it's just a twist to the side. And revolved staff pose. Enjoy a little twist. Waking up your spine. And release that. Come over to the other side. The right hand on the left knee. And we'll just have a gentle twist to the side there. And release. Okay, time to get your chair. My chair looks like it's from the Antiques Roadshow. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to straddle we're going to sit on the floor and our legs are going down the sides of the chair. It depends on how wide the chair is and also, you know, what your range of motion is like. Don't force yourself into a position that doesn't feel comfortable, but you can basically come into about as open a position as feels good for you today. Option to keep your knees bent or straight, depends on what you'd like to do. And what we're going to do is just gently move towards the chair. So again, like staff pose, our back is straight. You can take a deep breath and then just see if you can lean forward into the chair a little bit, and you can hold onto the chair for support. If you'd like to, you can put a cushion on the chair so that you can put your forehead to the chair. Up to you. The main point is to enjoy a nice stretch down the hamstrings. Hopefully not too intense a stretch, no pushing. And also nice straight spine. Stay here for a minute. Okay, we'll release out of that and bring your knees up and just give them a little wiggle. And then we're going to go around onto our knees, but we're going to straddle again. So nice wide legs out. And we're doing nice wide child's pose with the chair. So here you can just go forward onto the chair and just rest where it feels comfy. You might find with this version of child's pose that your buttocks touch the heels more readily. Just try and melt into this position. Put some R&R. Check that your chin is relaxed. Your arms are relaxed. So if you turned in one direction, then change the direction of your head, just so it's nice and even. In yoga, we like everything to be in alignment and even both sides. actually think I could fall asleep like that. Okay, gently come up. Or if you want to relax in that position, then stay with that. That's no problem. But if you are moving on, we're going to go on to our hands and knees. We're going to do a variation of puppy dog pose. So we're going to have our arms stretched right out along the chair. You can hold on to the back of the chair if you want. And nice straight back. Your knees should be 90 degrees. This is a puppy dog pose, but for today it can be a werewolf pose. Just nice, have a nice stretch in our shoulders. So about closing your eyes and just relaxing into this. Check that your forehead is relaxed, your chin is unclenched, jaw unclenched. Okay, and gently come out of this pose. And we're actually going to sit on the chair next. We're going to sit right on the edge of the chair. And we're going to open our thighs out really wide, about as wide as they can go, although don't force. As wide as they can go. So we're going to take a goddess pose, but we're going to do something fun. We're going to go into cactus arms, and we're going to try a lion's breath, which is basically reminds me of a haka. I don't know if you know from Maori in New Zealand, but it's basically sticking your tongue out and going. So if you want to join me in a couple of rounds of that, and breathe in. Breathe in. Nice. So when you feel like you need to put your hands down to relax position, just enjoy a nice wide stance, nice hip opener. A lot of hip open positions in this today's practice. Try and connect with the remembrance side of things, because in yoga we believe that a lot of memories and emotions are held in the pelvis. Okay, I'm going to come out of that. If you need to give yourself a bit of a jiggle, if things feel a bit like you need a bit of a massage. Okay, next we're going to do a seated pigeon variation pose, which basically, so put your right leg up like this, bent at the knee, your ankle is straight, and we're just going to sit like that. So it's a nice IT band stretch in the glutes. If you'd like to, if it's available to you, you can slowly pivot forward and come down. Whatever feels right today. Some people are very flexible in this area. I'm not. Option to bring a cushion actually in front of you as well. Get to relax into it. Okay, I'm going to change legs. So the right leg down, left leg up. And this nice stretch. You can lean forward gently and try and relax into this. Getting a lovely stretch down your hip. Okay, slowly release that. Again, give yourself a jiggle if you feel like things have got a bit tense. And we're going to come in just into a seated position like this, which is a chair mountain pose. So we're not kind of relaxed, we're kind of keeping a nice active spine, tummy's tucked in, standing very regally, like a wizard or something. Option to close your eyes and feel, what would a mountain feel like? Very stable. Okay, if you'd like to stay there, then please do. Otherwise, let's move down onto our tummies lying down. In the prone position. And we're going to do some locusts, like a swarm of locusts. We're going to do basically, you can relax down onto your hands. We're going to basically do lifting the legs first, and then we're going to do lifting the top part of the body and the arms separately. And if you want to do the full locust, then we'll put them together at the end. So basically, rest with your forehead on your hands. Palms are turned down to the ground in this nice relaxed pose. You can bring your big toes together. So this is the relaxation pose, crocodile, which you can stay in if you don't want to do the full stretches. Okay, so if you do, then just going to take a big deep breath and release. And the next breath, lift up your feet and your legs, keeping your knees straight, and release it back down. And again, lift it up, lift your feet and legs up in a straight line, engage the core, and release back down. And one more if you want to, lift up, and release it back down. This is really good workout for ports actually, because obviously it strengthens the core and the legs at the same time. So we're going to do the arms next. So bring your arms down by your sides and your forehead is resting on the ground. And what we're going to do is take a deep breath, release. And the next deep breath, lift your head off the ground, lift your arms off the ground. Your spine is in a straight line. Forehead is facing the floor. And relax. Back down to the ground. I'll do a couple more of those. Please keep your neck and spine in a straight line. So, and again, breathe in, up we go. Engage the core. And back down. And one more time, lift up. And relax back down. So, if you want to put them both together and do a full locust, you can do so, but it is a bit of a stronger position, so only if you have the spoons today. If you'd like to, join me in a locust. Take a deep breath in and out, and then breathe in and lift the top and the legs all coming up, and release it back down. And relax there. You can bring your hands back up and with bent elbows and rest your forehead on the top of the hand. Just rest here for a moment. So the next pose, nearly at the end actually, the next pose, we're going to bring our arms up above our head and we're bringing our right knee up by our side in a bent position. This is called Sleeping Swan. You can turn your head to the side if you'd like. It's called Sleeping Swan position. It's another hip opener. Of course, today for Halloween it could be Dying Swan. Just try and relax in that. It's a nice, restorative, gentle position. Just try and let everything go. No need to clench or activate muscles. And just keep breathing. Feel your lungs pushing your chest against the ground. Feel how your legs and your torso and head are connecting with the ground, and your arms and hands. Okay, you can keep your arms in the same position. We're going to move the leg back down, and we're going to move the other leg up to the side, bend the knee, and relax. If you're very bendy, be mindful of not overextending the hip joint here. Always try and keep a little bit away from your edge. Okay, before we all fall asleep, let's come out of that and we're just going to roll onto our backs. Then we're going to do dead bug pose, which basically involves having your arms and legs all up in the air like a dead bug. So this is a bit of a stronger pose. So if you do it and you feel like it's too much, then just come out of it. Otherwise, legs in the air, arms in the air. You may like to make a dead bug facial expression. Just feel your shoulder blades down on the ground. Feel a lovely stretch in your legs. Your core is working hard in this position. Okay, and release. And just hug your legs in to your chest. So option to have a second round of that if you wish. Otherwise, you can just stay resting. So if you want a bit more, lift your legs back up, arms back up. Your feet are flexed. And release. Bring your legs right in. Do a bit of a rock from side to side. You reach up and say, thank you, body. Did it. Okay. And we're going to release back down into Savasana corpse pose. So bring your legs down by your down right out, splayed out with your feet to each side, your arms resting, palms up. Just lift your head slightly and tuck your chin and then lay it back down just so your neck, back of the neck is nicely extended. And relax.